Hi, welcome. I'm just burning my candles to have the fire element going. There's still water in my bath. Welcome. Welcome, beautiful. Okay, let's talk, let's share. And I don't know, I can think about it what to share, but I wanted to make a video yesterday, but I'm gonna tell you about how I just woke up and I had this intense dream, like grip on my solar plexus, on my, like when you feel your heart gets broken by somebody who you love. You feel heartbreak, and that is what I felt. I had this strange, stupid dream. I really don't like the dream. It really had a lot of fear, pain, sadness, grief. And I was like, and I had this dream where it was about my current lover. And we are in a very good place. We set a date to marry, so I'm so happy. And we're doing so well. But in this dream, he had broken up. And I didn't see him anymore. But I had the feeling, oh, he will turn up again. But then I saw something and he was with another girl and I'm like, oh, no. And it was like in panic and I couldn't reach him anymore. It was blocked. It was like, and I went downstairs and my mother was there. I'm like, Mom, this happens and please, I want to try to reach him. Can you call him? And we call a lot, almost. When he's going to work, we call a lot. And we have always a call when he is in the car from his job coming back home. So I was talking to him on his phone and I'm like, what's happening? You broke up and I think we're gonna talk about it more and it will come around maybe, but then I'll see you happy with another. And he said, I will come home. I think what you've seen is not what you have seen. It's like an illusion. It's not real. I will get into it. He said, like, I really, and I was really happy that I reached him and I was really upset. Still had this feeling, this grip that's holding me tight. It was tense in my solar plexus, in my heart. Full of sadness, betrayal. It was really intense. And in this dream, I went back to that feeling, like, why? It's not him. This is not real. It felt so real. And it was not real. But my body response, my nervous system response, it was real. It felt real. But what the reality was, it was not real. So it was an illusion kind of way. But what I'm feeling was real. And I'm like, okay, where does that realness come from? This feeling, this fear, why does it hold my solar plex like this? Like big grip. And then I looked into it and I'm like, okay, let's look back. And I was like, yes, my first relationship, my first love, my big love. And I thought it was nothing really special, just push it away. I realize now. But it was that, and still had this feeling. I'm like, yes, he broke up with me. And I was like around 18. And he was really, now I just remember that he was the world. At that moment, he was the world for me. He was this light point where during the week, it was not fun for me at school. He was in the weekend my light point. So I went to him every weekend and we had amazing times together. And he really liked me as well. And I loved him. I just now realize how much he meant for me. And then he broke up with me. It was in the city center where I lived in and where I worked in a beautiful high-end boutique shop, clothing shop. And he broke up on me on the square because there was another. He fell in love with another girl. And he needed to make a choice. It was not fair for me. And I was like, at that moment, Justin Timberlake had this music on, the song what comes around goes around. That came up immediately, and it stuck with me and kept with me. And then I went back to another memory after the breakup. I still felt the oh, my heart like scrunch. I'm like, what's happening here? I didn't cry. I didn't cry when he broke up with me. I kept my coolness very much. I felt inside the walls were crumbling down, and one more thing that I remembered after the breakup, and there was several days, weeks, I think, I don't know how much time it went in between. I was at my work on a Saturday, and suddenly he came in with a girl, that girl. They came in together in the store. She walked in front of him, he walked behind her. And I kept my distance because I feeling I need to keep my cool. I need to keep myself safe. I went back in that moment, and everything what I was feeling, I went comforting myself. Like, yes, he was your world, he was your light bond. And I saw him standing behind her. She was there looking through the rack of clothes, denim, I remember exactly. And she looked at me, and he was like, just standing there, like with that he doesn't have any power left in it anymore. He was also just that sadness, and she just looked at me like fierce, like he was a trophy that she won in this. I didn't feel there was any battle. I really genuinely feel that he really liked her as well, but he loved me as well as her, and he just made a choice. But still, I know that moment I saw he was just as heartbroken as I was, and she just like wanted to put it in my face, and I just could now make sense of what I'm feeling. I wasn't stuck anymore. So suddenly this grip that was on my solar plexus released. It released. And when I was calming myself, explaining and why I was so sad, and recognized that my world fell apart, the feeling came down. And suddenly I made the connection, because afterwards I had a dark period. And I didn't give in to the sadness. I didn't give in that a loved one or somebody else could make me hurt or so sad. But I fell in a deep black hole. I had like depression. I skipped school so much. I think I gained weight. I was looking like ill, not vibrant, not it was sucked out of me, my life. He was really my light point, because I didn't have any friends. I didn't have any fun at school, at high school. I can still cry about it. It was a really horrible time. So I felt like in this black hole, and now realize, yes, it was also the sadness of this breakup. Wow, didn't expect this. Sorry. But yeah, and that's why I would always, it was like the fear that somebody was leaving me for another woman, for another girl, and that what we had wasn't real. Now I see it was all real. It was real with him. It was real for him as well. But yeah, sometimes to be with somebody is really a choice. I truly believe it. And then you go also to the hardship. You don't skip when it's get hard. And you cannot be with someone who's totally perfect and healed. You lift each other up, you face each other, you are compassionate with another. And I've been now, looked at this moment, I've been compassionate with myself and seeing my sadness, my sorrow, where this fear was coming from. And now when I look at my current lover, I don't feel that fear anymore because it was really misplaced. It was not him. It was that situation then. Wow, it was a revelation. And I hope we can all just get this fears or this rejection or this emotional thing that we have that can hold us deep, unaware, subconsciously, or it can come up in dreams. And you have those feelings, but it doesn't really suit those feelings with the reality, what's happening, because it comes back from the past. And you didn't hug yourself enough, or you didn't feel, that you let it feel enough so that it can sink in and that you can embrace yourself and give yourself comfort. I think it's how I transformed it at that moment. This morning, I felt warm, I felt safe. I can look at it, I didn't feel the grip anymore on my solar plexus, so it's released. It's still there, the memory, but I transformed the memory because I've been looking and giving myself, the hug that I needed then, and to work through the feelings then. I didn't work through the feelings then. I was hard. I was like, you cannot hurt me. You cannot hurt me. I'm like a grown woman. I'm like worth it to not cry about it if you choose for another woman. And no, it's not that. It's not that you are unworthy to grieve, unworthy to cry about it. You can cry about it. It doesn't make you any less, and it doesn't give him strength or her strength. No, you need to forgive yourself because it really hurts. It really hurts. And how somebody can be your world suddenly. And now, yes, of course, my current love is my world. He's the father of my kids, my angels. And we built an amazing house. He with his hands and I with my visions. And we realized it together. And now I'm in the secret space, sharing those beautiful stories with you. And hopefully to let you know that we can embrace the sad parts that we also, and bring light to those sad parts. And love, and especially love. That will transform it. Thank you. I hope you made it to the end. And thank you for listening to me. I'm very grateful. I'm gonna make the subtitles because see my pronunciation is not pretty clear, but we will be getting there. I think we will evolve together. And support me please by following me, give me a like. I would love that. I really appreciate if you do that. Or leave a comment if you want to share a story of yours. Thank you. See you soon. Next week for sure. Bye.